Hi, yes, I need to file a change of home address. Yes, it's now the Sport Anime Trash Pit. Yeah, I may have just finished binge watching my third one in a row. And yeah, we're back with some more sport anime. This time, I've finally, I guess, jumped onto the fandom train that is Haikyū. So yeah, I've now gone from figure skating to swimming to men's indoor volleyball. And initially, of the three, I would have said that this one was more sporty. And that is because of these past three sport animes, Haikyū is the one that focused on its sport in question the most, in this case, volleyball. While Yuri on Ice was definitely about skating, it was much more about being confident in who you are and being able to show the world. And Free was all about friendship, knowing what you want, as well as why you do what you do. And initially, I would have said that Haikyū is about syncing together as a team and improving one's own abilities to achieve a volleyball goal. But that would completely discount the personal arcs that exist within the 3 seasons of this anime. And not only that, Haikyū is actually about far more than just volleyball. At the end of the day, Haikyū is about how hard work will ultimately yield results, even if they're not always immediate. And sure, the show does focus a lot on volleyball, far more than Free focused on swimming and more than Yuri on Ice focused on skating, despite the large amount of skating that actually is in Yuri on Ice. And that's okay, because that overall core message of hard work will yield results, sometimes with time, is a good one. And there are smaller arcs for each of the characters that make the show even more compelling. As with any good sport anime or any good story, it's ultimately about the characters. And so we root for the Karasuno volleyball team because we like the players, we like the people on it. Continuing in the tradition for me of Yuri on Ice is that I don't just like the players from the Karasuno team. There are players on other teams that I rooted for too. And this is just based on the impression they made in their various appearances. But I did always love my Karasuno boys best. And Tsukishima, you were my MVP of season 3. Oh my god. What's interesting is actually how season 3 colored a lot of my opinion of the series. Don't get me wrong, the first 2 seasons are fantastic, and in fact this is the first sport anime I encountered where the seasons were longer than 10 or 11 episodes. The first 2 both clock in at 24 or 25. The third season, however, is different. It clocks in at only 10 episodes, and it's devoted to one volleyball match. You spend 10 24-minute episodes in one 5-set volleyball match. And it is the most harrowing emotional experience I think I've ever gone through for 10 episodes. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time and was trying not to cry and scream while at work, which means I did quite a bit of furious tweeting. And what was great about season 3 was while it really did focus on that volleyball match, you saw how far the Karasuno team had come in the course of going from the pilot to now. It was amazing to see how all of the hard work that the boys had put into being a team and working together, picking up new skills, honing skills they already had, how ultimately it was all starting to come together, and you see how it can really pay off. And again, it's really easy for me to say that there's a greater focus on sport over narrative as it pertains to Haikyū. But honestly, I think I preferred Haikyū to Free, and that's, I think, by virtue of a few things. First is the fact that it has more seasons than Free, and that the seasons are longer. This gives them more time to tell their story, and Haikyū takes full advantage of that, often giving multiple episodes to tell one match. Like I said, the entire third season is devoted to a single volleyball match. It's a big volleyball match, and it is heart-stopping. Heart-stopping. As it pertains to volleyball, you're allowed to see and better understand what does or doesn't work strategy-wise and understand individual characters so that you can relate to them more. And I think it also makes the match a bit more realistic. When you're devoting more time to it, you see how the tide can constantly turn and how plays work. Sure, you could argue it sometimes slows the plot down, and if you're not invested in the team, then that's really gonna bother you as a watcher. But I honestly didn't mind. I got really invested in this team, and so, like I said, by the end, I was pretty much silently sobbing at my desk and fist pumping and just screaming, and there was a lot of tweeting going on. As far as I know, the show is only available in the original Japanese, and while I had some issues with the sub in terms of certain things seemingly either not being translated and a couple grammar issues, this is one of those shows where it's not a big deal. Well, definitely having the most sport of the 3 sport animes that I've now watched, Haikyū is ultimately a story about never being complacent and constantly working hard to achieve a goal and better yourself, so that you may also better the people around you. I think that's a pretty good message. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna go continue to bury myself in this trash pit that is now my new home. But that's it for me today, you guys, so until next time. Cheers.